Okay, I have exactly 15 minutes to shoot this video. So here we go. Hi, welcome to my video. I watch these kinds of videos all the time, but I've never made one myself just yet. And so today is my inaugural month favorites video. Obviously this one's for March, and I have quite a few things to show you guys today. A lot of them are obviously fashion based, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first on the list is going to be my tiny little Longchamp bag. I believe this one's called the Le Pliage Mini, the Mini Le Pliage. I'm not too sure. It's my one and only Longchamp bag, and I got it because my friends influenced me, and you'd be so surprised how much stuff fits in here. But as you guys can see, she's quite girthy. I take this thing everywhere with me. What I really love is that I can walk out the door with just this, but because the intended purpose for these bags is actually to be like a cosmetic pouch, I'll just throw it into my bigger purses. Like my keys are always in here, my wallet's always in here, and it's just so cute. I really like the color that I picked. It's a little bit different. It adds a pop of something to my very basic and neutral outfits. So if you're looking for like a colorful mini bag that's pretty like sturdy and versatile, I'd recommend this one because I have not put this bag down. I wear it at least like 2 to 3 times a week minimum. Next thing on my list is actually on my body right now, so let me show you guys. Let's see if you guys can catch this action. Obsessed with these new jeans that I bought. They're like these wide leg glittery jeans, or I guess embellished jeans from DKNY. I have been eyeing embellished jeans for a while. I finally found these at the Houston outlet store here, I think in Cypress or Tomball. I don't know, both of those places seem like the same place to me. For a while, I wasn't sure if I would pull the trigger on like really fun jeans like this because they feel obviously kind of young. I do not regret it at all because since I bought them, I've worn them like 3 times, I think. 2 or 3 times. One of the times I actually wore them to a work conference. I was a little bit nervous that I would get like self-conscious about being like a 20-something-year-old in sparkly jeans at a energy conference. But I honestly got so many compliments that I didn't even care. Once I was there, I was like, yep, I'm wearing jeans. One person did laugh at me, but I don't know if that was because of my jeans. Next thing I have is also on my body right now, mesh flats. So if you've been watching my YouTube videos, you saw that I tried some on at Reformation, 2 weeks ago now? I absolutely loved them, but they were almost $300. I could not buy them. So what did I do? I went online and I just Google searched for mesh tan flat, and I found these flats at H&M for $40. When I tell you in this week alone, I think I've worn them 4 times. That is incredible cost per wear. I'd say obviously the quality is not the same as a $300 pair of mesh flats, but I really can't complain because they're holding up. They're comfortable, they're breathable. If you have your eye on the Reformation ones and don't want to drop $300, try the H&M ones because I really like them. What the fuck does that say? Next thing I have is kind of like a collective. In March, I tried out a rental service to see if I would like renting clothes as opposed to buying clothes, and it has made the list for March favorites. I'm someone who has cared about sustainable fashion for a really long time now, and I'm often a thrifter. I love to buy things secondhand, and so when I thought about, maybe getting a few new pieces for the spring, I thought, why don't I instead try Rent the Runway and see if it makes sense for my life? So I'm gonna do a whole video where I like unbox everything and style them for the week because a lot of them are actually like clothes for the office, but I will give you guys a quick preview to what I got in my very first bag. So one sec. So really looking forward for you guys to see how I styled those. For the last item or items on my March favorite list are going to be blazers. Now, here's a little bit about my lore. So I grew up going to high school where we had to wear collared shirts every single day, and then every single Monday, because I was on the dance team, had to be in business casual. Like I couldn't wear jeans or sneakers. And because like business casual was really big in like the mid to late 2010s, I wore a lot of blazers and a lot of collared shirts. And so after high school, I basically wanted nothing to do with blazers and collars and business casual. So now at my big age of 26, I am just now coming around to blazers again. And my favorite blazer in my closet at the moment, one second, is this beauty by DKNY as well. I actually got it the same day that I got my jeans. I just really like the details on this one. It has like cool silver, like utility pockets. All the details are silver. And it just feels like really weighty and high quality. So the one thing I will say is like investing in a nice blazer really does make a difference, because I have like a cheapy blazer from Marshalls and I never want to wear that shit ever, because it just doesn't sit really nicely on my body. And this one, just the DKNY one, is a lot better quality. It was a little bit more of a splurge, but I feel like I'm gonna get a ton of use out of it. However, you can also get really good blazers secondhand. Here's a blazer that I thrifted last year, and it's 100% silk. I just never wore it because I had never gotten it pressed. It was really wrinkly. And now I love it. I freaking love wearing this to work. It's vintage. I got it for like no more than $10 at a Goodwill. Some tips to look out for if you're looking to buy like really high quality blazers secondhand is just gonna be like, look out for good textile. So obviously this one's silk, and just look at the label. Typically when they're a little bit older, more vintagey, they have this type of label going on. And I just feel like older clothes were made a lot better than the clothes you see nowadays at department stores. I never thought I'd be saying this. I really like blazers again. All right guys, so moving on to beauty favorites. So a few weeks ago, I got my baby lights touched up in my hair, on my hair. And obviously that involves bleach. And so my hair has been a little bit more dry than usual. So my favorites on this list, but two of them are for hair. First thing is the Amika hair food mask. I love this. I'll put it on in the shower, leave it on a few minutes, or sometimes I'll even put it on in my hair after the shower as a leave-in. It's just like versatile, really moisturizing, and particularly good for people with curly hair. Then this I'm almost out of. Ew, there's cat hair all over it. It's the Olaplex number 7. I think a ton of people also really enjoy it. Obviously I do, because it's almost gone. The biggest thing that I've noticed with this product is that when I put it on at night on like dry hair or wet hair, I wake up with my hair feeling so much more softer and more hydrated, and so my hair tends to be a little less frizzy. This next beauty favorite is also about hydration, but hydration for my face. Again, I've had this product for a lot longer than March, but I've been getting so much use out of it this month because my skin tends to flare up around allergy season. I have rosacea, and so I'm assuming that my body is reacting to like everything that's in the air. So particularly around this month, I'll start to see my face get a little bit more red. And the formula for this mask is super soothing. So I'll just do my whole face routine at night, slather this on as like the last step, and then I'll wake up with my skin just feeling a little bit better and a little less red. All right, and last thing on my favorites list for beauty is going to be my perfume. I wear the Matcha 26 scent by Le Labo. I got this a while ago, and I am finally running out of this month. I highly recommend that if you have a Le Labo store or somewhere that sells Le Labo, to go smell this in person, because it can come off as very herbally, but it wears really sweet on the skin, at least for me, and it's like light and very like daytime friendly. So my very last category is a little bit all over the place, so it's my miscellaneous March favorites. Top of the list, top of the list has to be my camera. And now after using it for at least almost 3 months now, I can say that it's made a huge difference. Obviously, when I started my channel back a few weeks ago, I was using a very old GoPro, and I just decided, why not? This is obviously a huge interest of mine, so let me head and splurge on a much better camera. And 1000%, it has made my life so much easier. I also film a ton of TikTok content, so I really like to have the option of filming on my Osmo Pocket 3 as well. And I also wanted to show you guys some of the accessories that I've collected for it over the last few weeks. One of the very first things that I got for it was this like little flat rubber holder, because the bottom of the camera is a little bit like curved, so you definitely need something like this to keep it a little bit more stable wherever it is. I also bought these two little accessories. This is like the magnet, MagSafe suction thing that goes onto any flat surface. And then this is like a little case to put your Osmo in, and it magnetizes to anything metal, basically. And I really like this setup because it's so much easier to like move it around. Like, I've seen other magnet slash suction combos and it just seems kind of clunky to me, but this specific pair is really, really easy for me, easy to travel with. It's not huge. These two were also a game changer for me. And then the very last accessory that I got for my camera is an extra mic. It's just another one like the one that I'm wearing. Got it because I really, really like filming with other people, and obviously I still want the sound quality to be really good. So that's why I ended up investing in that one as well. If you want to see it in action, go watch my fast fashion episode that came out last week. It's a show where we sit in my car, eat fast food, and talk about fashion. Go check it out. It's super funny, very cute. Last year gonna be like a speed round, okay? I read a few books. For my book club, we're reading The Wedding People, and I really liked it, and I have book club tomorrow. I'm nervous to see how many people hated it because I really, really liked it. If I had to describe it in like 3 words, it's witty, it's real, it's sentimental. It's very much right up my alley in terms of my book taste. In a nutshell, it follows the story of a woman in her mid-40s, I think, who plans to herself at a hotel that happens to be completely booked out for a wedding. On the night that she was supposed to go through with her plans, she runs into the bride, who tries to convince her not to do it for the sake of not ruining her wedding. And then the story unfolds from there. I also finished reading A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I have to preface this with I am not a fantasy girly, but it did make my March favorites because I really, really liked this book. I didn't like the first book nearly as much as this one, so it does live up to the hype. Everyone on Book Talk agrees that this is like one of the best books in the whole series. If you are a sucker for enemies to lovers, oh my God, read it. Read the first book so that you can get to the second book and then just relish that entire novel. It is so tasty. I love how I said it was gonna be rapid fire and then I talk for every single thing for 5 minutes. Next thing is actually a show. Me and my husband are watching Severance on Apple TV. I'm not gonna say a ton because everyone's already going crazy about it on the internet. I like it. It's dark. It's a little bit creepy. Watching it as an adult who works in corporate America, as creepy as it is, it's really not that far off. So okay, and then the very last thing on my list for today is going to be an album. It is Buenas Noches by Quevedo. Ugh, I love this album. It's super like party, summer. It's exactly what I've been missing since like Un Verano Sin Ti, although that album lives on its own shelf. But this is fulfilling what I need for like a hot summer playlist. Because I love it so much, me and my husband are actually going to take a little trip to Mexico City to see him later this month, and I cannot wait to show you guys all my outfits, where I shop, bring you guys along for the vacation. So of course, keep an eye out for that as well. And that's it for my March favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned down below. And that's it. Bye.